Woo, that's cool. That's an all. Let me take out this from here. There we go. In live now. That's the website. Let me wait until people connect. Let me open the chat side. All right. Let's. I'm waiting for you guys. Okay. There we go. You're back. I'm gonna wait for more people. Okay, to connect. Let me know if the audio sounds good because I'm using the audio from the camera. And let's see QR codes. Man, I'm playing with the things here. I have a bunch of options here. So let me get the website, and I'm gonna post here the Patreon from Joe. Actually, let me do something. Let me share the screen that I have open here. Share screen. That's gonna be the new tab. Share this tab, and let me go to Patreon. Patreon. Let me make sure you guys can see the screen that we are looking. Put it maximize. Actually, let's see if I can make it really big. Okay. Okay. That's the Patreon. Let me open. This is Joe's workshop. Okay. It's called electronic uh work shop. I don't know. He's probably online. You can go here. Let me copy the link. I'm gonna post it in the chat so you can see these guys. Let's see if you can see this. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can put it in the chat. Give me 1 second, please. That's the link from his Patreon, okay? Nice. That's the link from his Patreon. You can chat with him here. Let's see. I am live right now in YouTube showing. Let's see if he responds. He's very active. See the membership. That's the membership. I'm paying $10 voluntary. I'm paying, but that's why you see the $10 here. But you can get only the one that is $5. Okay, only $5. I am giving him 10 because I want to. So uh, that's his. Let me see if he's responding by any chance. Let's see. Let me see if he's responding. I don't know where it was. Maybe he got it. I'm asking if he's online. So in here, you can ask him questions and all that and talk to him. Okay. And the software, I'm going to give you the link now from the software. Let me get the software link. Okay. The one that I'm going to post now, is the software link. Okay. Click that and check if you can open that. Okay. I don't know how many people we have online. I cannot see that part here. Are you the only one, Francisco? Yeah, okay. I thought there was more. No, there's two people online. So Once you open the software, now let me share the screen where the software is. Okay, let me stop this one and let me share the one with the software. Battery design. Okay, we are here. You can see it. Let me make sure you can see it in the live. You can see it the software page. Yeah, you can confirm. You can see it. I'm not doing anything. I'm just looking to see if you talk to me. All right. I'm gonna keep going showing you the software. Okay. So first of all, I like to move this from the view from here and put it in this corner. Okay. Then I like to zoom out. I'm using the mouse scroll. See, this is this tool thing. I move it as you need. I keep it here, and then I zoom a little bit out. Why? Because I want to see the bottom, see, and the top, the limits. And here, automatically, this tool, the one that say paintbrush, is selected. So what you do with this? First of all, we're gonna work with the cell dimensions, right? In order. Right now it's 18 at 18.5, so that's at 18650. But we know an 18650 is not 18650 exact. It's not 18. So by default he put it in point 0.5, which is fine. I like to add 0.55 or 0.60. You can put, if it's too loose, then put 0.55. And then the cell spacing, normally I use 7. Personally, I use 7. If you have more space, you can put 8 and keep it as a default. Okay, that's for the spacing, the cell spacing. Let me make sure we're good. Can you make it just a little bit bigger? Let me see. Yes. Let me see. How about that? Better? I guess that's a full screen. Yes. Full screen. Let me know that is that better. I guess we have a delay, so I'm gonna wait for you to confirm that you can see it better before continuing. So whoever is looking now, try to skip a little bit. Okay, good, good. So let's keep going. So um, now the next step that I do is close that, and then the boss bar. This part for you guys maybe is not that important. We can go later, but in here, let's make 4 points. One, two, three, four. Here now you can go in the cell grid, and from here you can tell I want a linear, this one, or I mean the first one and this one is pretty much the same, but in linear, if you see now, is square. It's kind of square. So but if you wanted what is called the honeycomb, you can get hexagonal, which is honeycomb. How I move this, I press the mouse, the scroll mouse at bottom, I keep it pressed and you can move like this. Okay, so now we have this. Now we can see, because we have this, we can see both bars now. How you can monitor? First of all, you need to activate. See, this is one boss bar, this is the other one. Let's change from 1 to 2 to make another battery, another continuation. See, another series. See, how about that? Now we have two series, two groups. See, and it's telling you you can run how many amps you can run in this. Now, if I activate the bus bar, you're gonna see the difference. See, one bus bar is gonna be like this, the other one is gonna be like that. So if I complicate this even more, let's go. Let me start over. Okay, you use the erase tool which is this one, and I erase everything. Let's start over, okay? I select the pencil again, and I select the first one. Let's make it more simple, just like this. Then you can select here number 2, or I'm gonna show you another trick. I can click A and D and check how the numbers go up and down. In the keyboard, A and D. So I'm gonna use number 2, number 3, number 4. Is because I want to show you, for example, 36-volt battery, which is 10 series. Now we have a what is going to be a 36-volt battery. So now if I go in the bus bar, look at how cool is this. It recognizes that. If I select the other one, that's the connection you have to do. One side of the battery, the other side. If I put both, it's going to show like this, but you know it's both sides together. One side and the other side. Now, next, if you want to modify this bus bar, you see in the bus bar here, you can click, for example, lock, and then scroll and make it one solid bus bar. See? Or you can unlock and then works the circle first, which in the circles I like to go, it depends what cell is. I like to go all the way to 15 or 16. Let's put it 15. And then you modify how wide it's gonna be. And I like going 10 sometimes or 8. It depends how much current do you need. If you need a lot of current, then put it solid, just like this in 13. 13 make it solid already. See, and here you can modify, you want a wider or smaller, the bus bar, okay? I have that here. Now I have this bus bar, see? That's how you work the bus bar. Now, we have the bus bar part. Let's remove the bus bar. Now we can work with the frame. The frame, you can make it wider or thinner, see? And that's gonna be the frame that is gonna hold the batteries, but you can make it square. You don't have to go completely like that. I can say, okay, I want a square, and not only that, I want the circuit linear. And now you have a completely square frame. See? However, remember the position that I put this, then I have to modify the position of the cells, right? But let's say that I want to put it back in hexagonal, keep it the frame square. You can do that too. Or I can put it back in the way that I wanted originally and make it a round frame. See? Just like that. So you can play with that, changing the frame, the quality. This is important. Keep it for the moment 32. If you go higher, the computer is gonna get really slow. Why? Because higher quality is a lot of computing, so you can make your computer slow. Let me check the comments. Can you print out the bus bar along? Yes, you can. I'm gonna show you now. That's the nice part of the software. For example, you wanna print out only the bus bar. Now I activate the bus bar, right? This bus bar. Let me put it more nice. Let's go to the bus bar. Let's see that you wanna make a nice fancy bus bar and you don't wanna make it like this, and you wanna make it look it nice like this, right? And maybe you want a smaller, maybe 12. See the circle to maintain the circles, just like that. Now, first of all, you need to have a license in the software to do this part, okay? I have a license right now. My license is put it here. Please don't copy this because it's not complete the license here. Get your own license. So this one is not gonna work, but you need more numbers that are hidden. But anyway, even hey, Joe is a nice person. If you really want to try the software, talk to him. He maybe give you a trial. So now, how I do that? How I'm gonna produce only the bus bar here? Look at this. This option generate only the frame. This one generate a case. You can make a case for this. This one allows you to share the battery with somebody else. Okay. On share. Now this one is boss bar A, boss bar B. So boss bar A, boss bar B. Let's start with the B. You click here, boss bar. Click only once and wait. I click it. Now you have to wait. Why? Because now in the background, it's see, it just came out. So let me make another. Let me call this test. And now inside there, that's gonna be boss bar B. I'm gonna save it. Okay, I save it, and then now I'm gonna do the A. Okay, boss bar A, same thing. Wait, is producing that, and now it's boss bar A. Now I have the files that I can go in Tinkercad and print or in a printer. However, I haven't shown you this. What I put boss bars, you can see the boss bars here. Look at how cool is this. You need to press Control, keep it pressed, and soon, or you can go full screen. Look at how cool is this. And the boss bar automatically goes with the lead. That's a modification that I request, and he did it for me. So you can have your leads and mark the leads. So when I cut this in the laser, it cut just like that. Buddy, is amazing. That easy, you can get the boss bars. However, not only the boss bars, I can get the frame. Let's make the frame now. I click here once and wait. The frame take longer, okay? Just wait for it. Wait. See, it's making it. And once making it, instead to open the file to download, it's gonna show you first the frame here. Look at this. Now we have the frame here. You can see how cool is this? So if you understand that you need a wider, see, cell stoppers, how you fix that? Then you go in the frame, scroll down and see the cell stoppers. This one, the bottom one, is gonna control how wide it's gonna be the circle. This one is gonna control how thick it's gonna be the stopper. Honestly, keep it in zero point 0.4 or zero point 0.5. Then this one, I like to put it 1.2. Okay? Now that I have that, let's regenerate again the frame. Okay? Let me close this to don't create confusion. Click once and wait. Is it regenerating the frame? And wait until that finish. Boom! You notice? Now I have a wider cell stopper here. You want to make the frame even more quality, you can. How and here you see the blue thing? That's where I download the frame. I click here. Now I'm gonna call it frame. I download it. Okay. Let me share my full screen. He put a lot of work. Yes, man. Let me share my full screen. Give me 1 second. This way is gonna be easier. My entire screen. Okay. Okay. I know you see a mess, but it's better like this. Okay. Now what I did, I save it here, the frame, and I save the boss bars. Okay. Now look at how cool it's gonna be this. Now I'm gonna open Tinkercad, for example. You can see it, right? It's Tinkercad. Let me make sure you guys can see it. I'm waiting for you to confirm. I know the video is kind of behind. So, but I'm sure I know you're looking at it. Okay. In Tinkercad, I create a new design and then open this, okay? Here I can go and import The design that I just did, which is, let me put it this here, is in design client. Let me see. I guess it was in client the 28. Yeah, test. See, now I'm gonna import the frame. Import the frame, and there we go. We got the frame now that we just did in the software. It's not that this amazing. This is a bug. I guess this is a bug. Yep. Look at that. I found a bug that this is the first time that happened. I have to recreate that frame. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Let's delete this. Go back to the software. As I mentioned, you remember that I told you you can increase. Let me check the. Okay. You can increase the quality. We have to go in frame and then change the quality to, let me put it in 64. Now we need to recreate the frame. Click frame. That's gonna take longer. The higher is that number, the longer it's gonna take. Okay, but it's gonna be a higher quality frame. 64. The default is 32 to be able to move the in the software more easier. But once you finish, crank up that number. See, now we have the frame here. Now I have to re-download. Clicking here, I'm gonna download the frame. Click frame and override it. Now I save it. Go back to Tinkercad. Import frame, and let me see if that problem go away. It's a bigger file, more quality. I guess that fixed the problem. Yep. Now the problem is gone. See how high quality it is? It doesn't look square anymore. See, very high quality. Now we have the frame that you can manipulate in here if you want it less thick. Like, no, not this. Tinkercad, you put this here. We have a 10 millimeters. You can do it as well in the software. You don't have to do it in Tinkercad. You can do it in the software. Where I am here, you can go in the frame. You said the thickness that say 10. I can make it taller, like 33, for example. Regenerate the frame. Look at this. Remember, only click once and wait. We have that in 64. It's gonna take time. It's generating. Boom. Look at this. Now we have a thick frame. Look at that. Oh, oops. Look at that. If you measure exactly, you can close all the cells with this. Again, if you want that now, you can download that here. Clicking here, overwrite the one that I have, save. I'm gonna open Tinkercad, delete this, and import again the frame. Boom. Let me change the color for something easier to see, like this one. Now we have the frame here. Look at that, man. Now, what about if you want the cells to like I do? So you go back to the software. Let me check the comments. You go back to the software and you can click here. You see this green thing? That's the cells. You can click that. Wait, wait, and now I have cells. You put the name cells, save it. Now I can go back to the software, import. Now I'm gonna import the cells. Import. Now, let me teach you. Look at where they went. That's the cells. Remember, they're in only 10 millimeters, so I want to make it, what, 70 millimeters. See what I did? Change it here, 70 millimeters. Now we have the cells. What about if I want now the bus bars? So let me, that cell look awful. Let me put it in another color, green. Okay. What about if you want this frame instead to be 33? Let's put it back in 10. And now what about if you want it on top? Well, in here, Tinkercad, I duplicate here, go all the way up, and then turn it. The stopper is backwards. I can click here, here, and click here, and it's gonna flip it. See? Now I push it down again until it goes to the cells. There. Now I have a battery. What about if I want to use the bus bar? Actually, I'm gonna leave this little bit, the whole thing, because I'm gonna put the bus bars in the bottom. Now I'm gonna import the bus bars. Bus bar B. Normally the B I like to put it on the top. See, that's the bus bar. How I put it on the top, I like to use this tool, put it here. That's my floor now, and I press D. Boom, now I have the bus bar. But what ugly look that bus bar is, because it's by default is 10 millimeters, which I like to make it zero point 0.3. Boom. Now you have a zero point 0.3 copper. Let me put it copper color. Copper. Now I need to import the next one. That is the bus bar A. I'm sorry. I'm saving instead to importing. Let me cancel that. Now I can import the other bus bar, the bus bar B, no, the A, and that's gonna import to the bottom. And remember, it's thick. I'm gonna put it back in zero point 0.3. Boom, and change that color to bus bar color. This. Now we have the, but it's not attached. I mean, it's not perfect, but I can fix that. Now we have the battery. So if I want to select the whole thing and lift it, so to be able to see the bus bar in the bottom, look at that. Now your question, what about if you want only the bus bars? Now, for example, you remember I have this safe already. If I go in my 3D printer, I'm gonna open my 3D printer, for example, the Bamboo. Let me make sure everybody is looking and I'm not talking alone. Okay, you're good? Good. I open the Bamboo software. It's still open. It's looking for the, let me turn on the printer. It's looking for the printer. And I'm gonna open a new project. Okay, that's my bed from my Bamboo. All I have to do is call the project, which is inside here, here, and then you can call the two bus bar if you want. I'm gonna do one at a time. That's the bus bar. Remember. Okay, let me fix this. Forget about that one. Use the one that I import in Tinkercad. Remember the bus bar that Tinkercad, that the software produce, is to be cut in the laser. This one is in to be print. So I'm gonna select the bus bar now, just the bus bar, and then export, and you're gonna export as a STL. That's the laser. I mean the 3D printer format. I'm gonna call it bus bar, bus bar A. and save. And then the next boss bar, export, boss bar B, save. Now I want to export the. I got it already. I guess I got already the. But this version is 10 millimeters. Let me export the frame. Export. This one is gonna be the frame. Frame two. I'm gonna call it frame two. Okay, now I go back to the printer and now I import that I just did, which is inside here, frame two. Now I have the frame, see, ready to print. I wanna the boss bar A, see, very thin, boss bar B. I click here in the printer to accommodate everything for me, see, and now it's ready to print. However, I want to change the color. My printer, I can change color. So I can select everything and I can select, for example, black ABS or whatever I want. Whatever I want, I can do in this printer. So if I go back, synchronize now to see all my filaments, let me go back in my filaments and select another color. I need to add it, the color. Sorry about that. I need to add that in here. Let me add another color. Instead to black, let's see blue. White. Now I can print that in white. And that's how I you can print these boss bars. And then once you have that printed, you can use a magic marker in top of a copper piece. Once you have this piece print, I mean, you don't have to go with 0. That's too thin. You can go even with a thicker 1 millimeter, for example, and print that and use it. However, this one you want to keep it like that because that's gonna be your real uh, cell holder. It's gonna print just like that. Okay, buddy, and that's how have you played with marking a case for packs? Yes. Let me show you something. Now I'm gonna go back in Thinkercad, open my designs, and you see the designs. You remember the designs for the cells? That's how. Look at this. I make this triangle for a client. Look at this triangle, buddy, and I can print this and I can cut this. No problem. I can cut this in the laser, and I print this triangle in my printers and build this. That's the beauty of this. If you can see it here, you can measure in here. Look at this. I'm gonna put the ruler on the floor, and now I have measurement when I select something. That's real numbers. If I have these numbers here, I can do it in real life. Okay. So let me show you now the cases. Maybe I have cases here to show you. Let's see. I may have cases that I bid for clients. Let me see. That was the giveaway. Maybe it's in somewhere else. Let me see. I'm gonna show you something very nice. Let me see what I put it. Mm, I guess is one of these ones. I guess it's this one. Let me check. Let me check this one first. Yeah. Well, that's not the one that I'm looking for. But this is a case that I make right now. You see it like transparent, but I can make it solid. And but that's not the best one. Let me check the other one. Let me find the one that I'm looking for. I guess is, let me see, is, I really want to find that one. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna find it. Is that sometimes Thinkercad doesn't show everything? Maybe is this one? Maybe no. Maybe not. Maybe that one. Let me see. No, that was another case, but that's not the one that I'm looking for. See, that's another design that is. This is a design that I have to do for a client already. Let me find the one, man. I really want to show you that one. It must be inside one of these. Let's see. No, it's not this. That's something else I was working with. Man, sorry about that. No, it's not this either. I'm really gonna find it, buddy. No, that one not. You need to see it, man. Where I put it. Let me see if it's this one. I should mark it. It's just that I was not going. That's something else. That's something else. See, the computer is kind of loaded, but let me, man, I'm gonna find it. I guess it's one called. Let me see if it's one called Honeycomb. Maybe this one. Let me see. No, it's not this one either. That's another design. See, that's many ways you can do designs. But it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close, man. No, it's not this one. Maybe this one. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, this one is. See, in here, I play with. Let me disappear this. See, this one was for a client. Look at the case. I put even uh, deep and when you print this, it's gonna see the holes. See the holes? That's what I want to show you. But that's a process to make this happening. So that was his logo. He sent me the logo, and I imported in here, and I make it in the case, and even I make the holes. See the screws, the holes, and in the cap as well, so he can use screws to close this case. This is completely functional. Look at this. That's the holes for the screws in the cap and in the case. See, and have a hole here for take out the cable. And that was the boss bar. I mean the thing that he's gonna use. So I leave space on top for the BMS, just like here. This is acting like the space for the BMS, see? And I make those cases. So you can actually print this in the 3D printer and you have a case. See? It's different. I mean, that's how, see how I import this? That's what I put there. So I don't know who's here. Let me see who is in here other than you. Um, Sources. Let me close this. Put the chat. So you can see the man. The software is amazing. So that's the sales. Now the software allow me to generate a case. Let me see how it looks like the case. In the I know this part is experimental right now. He's still working, fine tuning this part. Let's see what it does here. It's in high quality. It's gonna take time. Okay, man. I have to go and eat. I'm finish the other battery. That's when I'm gonna do it offline. To do it quickly because I have to give that to the client. But let me wait until that finish. There we go. Look at this. Again, it's not gonna be perfect, but we have a case. This case is like the one. Look at what he did. He even make this area. Let me show you. Explain what it is. See, the battery goes inside. That's the cap. This area is to be put it in the frame of the bicycle. That area goes in the frame, and then these holes is to put the straps. See, this battery is a small one, but I mean that's the idea. He's gonna be eventually. We are gonna be able to play with that frame to that case, make it smaller, wider. But right now, the battery fits inside there perfectly. Inside there. So, and you can close it. How cool is that? And we can print this in the 3D printer. So, exactly, buddy. Actually, let me stop sharing this. Buddy, tell me for $5. And you can do even more. I mean, I have to show you. It does a bunch of things, especially for the bus bars to accommodate different. Buddy, for $5, look at everything. I mean, it does everything that we do. I mean, everything we do. The software for $5. For $5, that's a gift, honestly. If you think about it, $5 times 12. That's $60 a year, buddy. I pay for one design $60, man. And you can do a lot of things with that software. That software is gonna go viral. Believe me, it's gonna go viral. If you want to know who's this guy, he's the same guy that owns the website Saber, uh, the one that you can do something similar online. Cell Saver. I don't know you exactly, man. For I mean, he's gonna. Hey, listen, he's gonna have more tiers eventually to do even more things eventually. I mean, but that's gonna be in a good pricing. Actually, let me see if he respond my the thing. Let me see if there's more people. Give me 1 second. Yeah, he right now have only 6 pay members. This he just announced this software, man. He just announced that software. Again, he's still fine tuning the software in many things. Um, but he's right now he's functional, man. I'm using it every day. I'm using it. It's amazing the software. So I'm gonna later do a more deep, you know, demonstration of the software. He have few. I mean, you can check his. Yeah, Cell Saver. Let me share my screen again. The entire screen. Let me show you. Um, I guess it's Cell Savior. This website is from him. Here you can do see builder packs. That's the old software online, but it's our build plan, the planner, Cell Savior, uh, BMS speaker. I mean, he have a bunch of utilities. He's pretty clever. I mean, but this one, for example, if you want to see with new sales, let's see. You can upload. He put a new stuff here. Let me see. I have time. I don't play with this. By custom shape by sale. See, so you change here the parameters and all that, but it's not the same. See here, more sales, more whatever. 200. See, 300 sales. You change the things here, but it's, I mean, the software is way better, honestly. So you can check that. Saysaviors.com. All right, let me stop sharing. There we go. Yeah, man. Honestly, get it and try it. You can try that for 1 month, man. It's really good. It's really good. So, man, hey, I'm gonna stop the live now. I'm going to eat, and I need to finish the other pack. So, I mean, for deliver that tomorrow. So I don't want to wait that more. Um, hey, thank you for synchronizing. Subscribe to the channel. Support the store. Let me throw this. The website is there. You can use the QR code. Uh, Buy me a coffee, whoever. I mean, if you like the content, I mean, or join, even better. Hey, join the membership. Join the membership. That's the best thing you can do. I mean, you can get more value from that one. Um, all right, I'm gonna stop the live here. I hope you like it, guys. And yeah, man. Yeah, have a good night, man. See you